Online teaching for class X through Vidyadan. Good morning, all of you. I, Sri Gaurang Charan Sahu, welcome you all to this portal. You have already taught the part 1 of the story A Grain as Big as a Hen's Egg. Today, we are going to read the part 2, which is the last part of the story. In this part, the main points are the first old man's father came to the king's presence. He was showed the grain, but he could not give any clue of the grain where that was grown. But he suggested the king to ask his father. The king's men brought the second old man's father. He came with no crutches. He was able to see better. His voice was clear and his listening good. The king was astonished to see how it was happened. The king gave that grain to the third old man, who was the first old man's grandfather and the second old man's father. We say the third old man or the grandfather told everything all about the grain, where that was grown and how their time was, whether they were buying or selling the bread or not, and how that was possible in his time. He also told everything about his time to the king. Now you see, there are some questions we can discuss. How was the second old man like? The second old man, or the father of the first old man, was better than his son. Okay, he was still able to see and heard better. Thank you. What did he reply to the king? And the answer is, he replied that he had never sown nor reaped any grain like that. Question number 3. What did he say about the grain of his time? He said that the grains of his time was larger than present day. They got more flour from that grain. Very good. Question number 4. What did he hear from his father? Answer is, he heard from his father that in his time the grains grew larger and yielded more flour than theirs. Good. Question number 5. What did he suggest the king? He suggested the king that it would be better if the king asked his father. Question number 6. How did that old man's father came before the king? The answer is, the third old man, who was the grandfather of the first old man, came walking easily without any crutch. Question number 7. How was the old grandfather like? The old grandfather had his eyes clear, hearing good, and voice was clearly audible. Question number 8. What did the grandfather do having seen that grain? The grandfather held and turned the grain in his hand. He bit a piece off and tasted, saying that was very same kind, and became happy to see such a grain after a long period. Okay. Number 9. What was the king's first question to the grandfather? The king asked the grandfather that when and where such corn was grown, if he had bought or sown any in his field. Question number 10. What was the old man's reply? The old grandfather replied that such corn was used to grow anywhere in his time, which was sown and reaped. Very good. What did he say about buying and selling? He said that they knew nothing about money. Buying or selling of bread was considered as a sin in his time. Next question is, where was their field then? The old grandfather said that the field was God's earth. Wherever they plowed, that was his field. Next, what was called their own? In grandfather's time, land was free. No man called the land his own. Only labor was called their own. Next, what were the king's last two questions? The king asked two questions at last. First was why the earth bore such grain then and had ceased to do so. The second was why he was better than his son and grandson physically. Question number 15. What was the answer of the old man? The old man answered that men had ceased to live by their own labor. They depended on the labor of others. They were living according to God's law. The last question was, what was God's law? God's law was to live by own labor instead of depending on the labor of others. The people had what was their own, and they had no desire to have anything that others had. Dear students, this is the last part of the story, and you are suggested to read and remind it carefully for your future use. Thank you all.